to come up. Good morning, welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show, where we go through the top trending stories that everyone across the country is talking about. Our top story for you today: the RTA might consider flexible tolls to reduce traffic.
Dubai's future second tallest tower has begun construction.
So cool. Skyline's always getting bigger. There's also a new support for retirees in Dubai. Take note if you're hitting that age.
And this morning's sunrise was simply beautiful. I am so happy I caught it.
Gosh, yes. If you got it, send those DMs and check out our feed to see more of them. And also later on in the show, the one, the only Basel Laughs talks TikTok bans and his biggest wins yet. We cannot wait to have him back on the show at 8:50. But the top story for you today, everyone's talking about it. Let's jump right in.
So the RTA might consider flexible tolls to reduce traffic. The RTA is officially considering a flexible toll system to help manage traffic.
The RTA has plans to implement a flexible toll system. Now, this comes, and what it would mean would be higher charges would apply when there is a rush hour.
In fact, the RTA stated that a flexible toll system that changes according to levels of congestion is being considered as a future solution.
So this would only be implemented if the current road upgrade projects and transport strategies do not deliver the expected results. Therefore, passing through a gate during peak time would cost more than during non-rush hours. So this whole story actually came from Dr. Habib Al-Mullah. He tweeted at the RTA with these suggestions, and we say time and time again how amazing the RTA is at getting back to you. He tweeted, he basically said SALIC was implemented at the beginning as a way, its purpose has now been changed because now we're seeing more traffic. So how do we reduce that traffic? So we put two solutions forward to them. And they took it on board and they said, yeah, this is something that we might consider depending on our current strategies.
And I feel like this is also a really good idea to promote more public transport like the metro, because a lot of people want to avoid those tolls, right? So they'll resort to metros and other public transport things that we definitely need to see more of.
Yeah, and you see it in other cities. So London, obviously, it's super expensive to have a car.
Yes. Singapore. Yes. I've been to London many times. It's very expensive.
To have a car, and no one does.
Yes.
So do you think either a flexi toll system or an increased cost to get through, for example, DIFC area would make a difference? Now, I'm thinking the people in DIFC probably make a lot of money and it would need to be quite a high figure to stop you driving your car into the busy peak area.
Yeah, I mean, I think it depends on the person, to each their own. So we will see how everything goes with that. So our second story is Dubai's future second tallest tower has begun construction.
Whoa. I want to get more information on this.
So Azizi Developments in the UAE recently announced the upcoming construction of Burj Azizi, a 1.5 billion commercial skyscraper in Dubai. It's set to become the city's second tallest building once finished.
Interesting. Are we talking like second higher than the Burj, like just beneath the Burj Khalifa?
Exactly. Yep.
Okay, so Dubai Skyline is getting another revamp. The Burj Azizi Tower in Dubai will have a vertical mall, we kid you not, fancy homes and of course an observation deck for the public. They haven't decided on the architect or final height just yet, which means there's plenty still to do before we see the makings of this. But as you know, it's Dubai, they're going to make it happen.
Yep, and the Burj Azizi is said to be 122 stories tall, competing with other tall buildings worldwide. It's located near the Burj Khalifa on Sheikh Zayed Road and is seen as a gift to the city by its backers.
The chairman of Azizi Group, Mr. Miraz Azizi, was quoted as saying, "This tower will be our legacy, with Dubai having given so much back to my family and I so much safety and abundance of opportunities. This tower, which will be its second tallest, is our way of giving back to this emirate and its remarkably hospitable and welcoming place." That's so interesting because people have so many reasons to thank Dubai. And this is someone who's done remarkably well.
Yes.
And they're going to create their legacy while saying we're actually just going to add to the skyline.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, in general, it would be so nice to finally see a second tallest building as well after Burj Khalifa. As well as I feel like more tourists are now going to go to the new second tallest building because every time I go around the Dubai Mall area, it's always filled with tourists around Burj Khalifa.
Of course. Would you, question, if you could afford it, would you rather look at the first and second tallest building as an option or live in it?
Oh, honestly, okay, so I visited the Burj Khalifa many times and I actually love the facilities there. So I feel like I would live there and just like cry about the traffic, but I feel like I would definitely want to be there for sure.
Because you know there's going to be heightened security. Yes. It's going to be top, but you're right, the top notch. I hadn't thought of that. I just thought I like the views.
Yeah.
Because they always tend to be like, because the Burj Khalifa at the moment is my favorite building. Like, it's so stunning.
It's so glamorous. I love it. But I feel like I would be a bit scared as well when I look out of my window. I'll be like, what's going on down there? You know, I have a bit of like fear from heights sometimes. So it'll be an interesting one.
So on the fence, but I think more so you're thinking you'd live in it. I think I'd like to look at it.
Okay.
Stay out of the central business district.
So you're like behind the camera with the Burj Khalifa and I'm in front of the camera with the Burj Khalifa. That's what we're getting right now.
Exactly. I'm actually essentially like 30 kilometers from the Burj Khalifa. It's all right, I can see it from here.
Yeah.
But it's not the same. I think if you're living in like the business bay, you really get to like those beautiful views. And we're going to talk about the sunset in the morning, like the winter mornings, the way it just gleams. It's stunning.
The sunrise, wow.
Send us those videos, please. By the way, we're going to jump into our next story, but if you're joining us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, we love to see your comments before, during, and after the show, so keep them coming through. Our next story, there is a new support for retirees in Dubai. So Dubai Social Agenda 33 is the agenda that keeps on giving. In the last 2 weeks, we've discussed schooling, housing, and the latest update is for Emirati retirees who need support.
And the Dubai Retiree Project Supports Programs has just launched as part of the Dubai Social Agenda 33. The program seeks to support Emiratis in Dubai who are either retirees or approaching retirement. A new council for retirees will be launched to facilitate communication along with a database to monitor the specialties of employees approaching retirement.
Dubai is always going above and beyond and going the distance. This group in particular will target existing retirees, employees approaching retirement, and its objectives are to achieve stability for retirees, utilize retirees' expertise if possible, which is really interesting, and also strengthen social solidarity, which I love to hear, and achieve development and economic sustainability. I don't know about you, but retirement scares me because I feel like you need to have a lot of money saved up. Are you saving for your retirement?
Well, debatable.
Debatable. And I have a few years on you, Sandra, and I'm still probably not saving. You need a lot of money saved up. You want to enjoy your golden years. And also, you know, in terms of like the social aspect, I want to make sure that I've got friends and family around. So to know that Dubai is doing that for me, even though it's for Emiratis, but, you know, maybe one day. But they're thinking about that. It's a thought.
It's just so hard to save nowadays. There is so much that is going on, and you exit your house. Like, have you seen those TikToks where people exit their house and it's like dollar bill for this, that. There's just so much going on. Like, what even is saving anymore?
The thing is, Sandra, you don't even need to leave your house. I'm being served ads on Instagram, and I'm like, I never knew I needed those leggings.
I swear, all these ads, oh my goodness me.
I need those leggings.
Like, I just had 2 coffees, and I'll be like, you know what? I could use a 3rd one.
That's
I just had lunch, you know what? I could order a snack. Even these little things, it all adds up at the end of the month.
So hence, we're spending too much on avocado and toast, and we're not even not buying houses, but we're also not saving for retirement.
Exactamente.
So it's a problem. But this is a social fund set up for Emiratis, and it's not just based on the monetary, it's also based on the social, the expertise, and setting up groups to facilitate transitions. It's really, really interesting. If you want more on that, Dubai's social agenda is being shared regularly by His Highness Sheikh Hamdan. Let's move on to our next story. I've just opened Lovin Dubai Instagram feed, and of course it's the first story of the morning because the sunrise this morning was simply out of this world. Can we take a moment? Actually, before we jump into this, someone's saying save 1 dirham every day, and at the end of owner save 1 dirham every day. That's what Noor Ahmed says.
But guys, come on. I save 1 dirham every day. That's not enough for a retirement. Well, I know what she means. It's going to add up in like 30 years or something, but still not enough. But thank you. I will try to do that, starting from today.
Yeah, I'm so about, I'm saving right now, but I'm just not really doing it. But it's like every time money comes into your account, it needs to go somewhere else that you cannot access.
Yeah.
And then potentially the pot that you cannot access goes to somewhere where it's going to make you money.
Yes. I mean,
easy.
Look, before everyone starts judging me, I am able to save. I promise, I am able to save. I'm just talking about how hard it is when it comes to the spending. There's just too much you have to spend on. Like, guys, come on, and we're women. Like, I'm sorry. It's a lot.
We have different, but then,
yeah.
Everyone has their different expenditures.
Yeah.
But yes, thank you for that comment. And I shall definitely try to save a little bit every day. So this... If you're just waking up now, and by the way, in terms of the show, of course, we go live every morning, but we'd love to know at what stage of your morning are you at, right? So are you just waking up because you work from home and you're starting at 9 and you're helping us wake up with you? Are you on your commute having a listen, or are you already at work? And if you are already at work, you possibly were lucky enough to catch this sunrise.
Gorgeous. It's absolutely beautiful. I honestly love catching the sunrises. It just makes me feel so good about my day to see all this beauty around us. I definitely saw it as well, and I was so happy. I feel like a lot of people are going to wake up this who are still in bed and think, oh, I should have woken up to see that, you know? It's definitely gorgeous. I love it.
So true. And we see the sun sets in the evening.
Yeah.
But this morning, I poked my head out the window and I was just like, wow. And I only gave it like a couple of seconds and I just went back about my morning. Now I'm thinking, oh, I should have actually taken a moment to just take it in. But like, phenomenal. Mother Nature was just showing off. So we could just take a moment to appreciate winter mornings in Dubai.
Yes.
Like, we get so much grief here when you talk to people from around the world. They're like, oh, I couldn't live there. Like, it's, it's super hot for 3 months of the year. Yeah, but have you experienced a Dubai winter?
Exactly.
This is it.
Gorgeous. You know, I love seeing it. So I just feel like a lot of people need to come this time around of the month, of the year, to see the winter mornings like this one.
Some comments are coming through. Claire Abu Dhabi, she's in Florida, back next week. Thank you so much for tuning in. Are your mornings as beautiful as this?
States. I used to live in California. Amazing.
Have you been to Florida?
No, I've never been to Florida, but I really want to go to Miami. So please let us know how it is, whoever's in Miami right now.
I was obsessed with going to Florida. Does your family live there, Claire? Because all I wanted to do when I was younger was go to Disneyland. That was like...
So I've been to Disneyland, but in Paris, and I swear I would go back even now, any day. I love Disney. I'm such a Disney princess.
I can see you as a Disney person.
I love it. So Disney princesses, Beauty and the Beast, Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty. I know everything. I watch it to this day. I love it so much.
What's your favorite?
Oh, this is a very hard question. I don't really have a favorite. I really like all of them.
You need to pick one.
One? Oh, come on. No, they're all so different. But I feel like I really like Belle from Beauty and the Beast. So Beauty. Her name's Belle. In case you didn't know that, of course, I know everything about Disney.
I just wanted to go for the rides, to be honest. Lee Tech, thank you for responding. You're already at work, as are we. And all of the people behind the scenes you don't see that often. So there's... Who do we have this morning? We have Omar, Masa, Hesham, Ali K, all at work.
They're all behind us right now. Hello.
Ali K, why are you looking so confused? And also, Noor Ahmed, help us wake up with you. So does that mean you're just getting out of bed? Fresh air is great to start your day. Guys, thank you so much for all of your comments.
There's a lot I can see from... I don't have it on the screen, but I can see here.
And
they're all sending it.
The Queen Bink from Indonesia. She's tuning in.
Oh, hello. I love Bali. I was there last summer. Fell in love with it. Definitely want to go back and visit more places in Indonesia.
Me too. It's 8:45 in the morning, which means it is time for our next guest. You may know him as Basel Laughs on TikTok. He's racked up hundreds of thousands of likes and followers. And we have him back on the show this morning. Do stay tuned. He's going to be with us after this very short break. Welcome back to Lovin Dubai show. Our next guest is actor, content creator known for his uproarious TikTok content with over 124 million likes. Last time we had him on the show, he was banned on TikTok. He's now back up and running, so you'll find him there. Basil Gazioglu, aka Basil Laughs. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here again.
It's a pleasure to be here, always.
Great. I'm glad we're all up and ready to go on this Wednesday morning.
So we really want to ask you, what makes Basel laugh?
It's very hard to make me laugh, by the way. But,
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
But here's what people don't know. The lamer the joke, the funnier it is to me.
Oh, I'm very lame.
So people always try to like say some really funny jokes or try to make me laugh and like try very hard when something very lame can make me like die, basically.
So like silly stuff, stupid stuff.
Yeah, silly one-liners or puns, those stuff, yeah. But which people don't usually know by nature. So they always go to the funniest joke they heard or something, and it's usually not funny to me.
So you're not a fan of the try-hard stuff?
No, I'm a fan of just a very one-liner, simple,
Who inspired you comedian-wise growing up? Were you watching kind of late-night stand-up when you were 16?
I didn't watch stand-up. I watched a lot of comedy movies. And I don't know why, but Jackie Chan.
Oh,
Jackie Chan used to make me laugh so much, especially when I was younger, because it's his style of fighting.
Yeah.
The way he gets beat up and the way he comes back up, and it was too funny. He's the first proper person that made me laugh a lot.
What a walk down memory lane.
Yeah.
Would you say your style is similar to Jackie Chan, or how would you describe your style of comedy?
I think I'm more satire, I would say. I'm more close towards satire, and I try to involve some politics and social stuff, but not too much, just in a way to make it very small, simple, and funny, and playful. Most important, playful.
Well, mixing playful and politics on social can get you into trouble.
Yeah.
We've had you on the show before, and
Yeah.
at that time you were banned from TikTok. Can you give people just a recap of what happened and where you are now?
Okay, well, I got banned on TikTok. Still don't know the proper reason why, but it is what it is. Doors close and other doors open, and now I'm fully on Instagram and YouTube and stronger than ever before.
Did you not get like a message or something from TikTok that explains what happened? Was it a video or people reporting you? Nothing.
So the problem is, what I blame is they're relatively new.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so the staff, the way they operate, it's not like Meta. They're not so experienced that they know the problems and ins and outs and how to deal with creators. So I don't blame them specifically, the individuals. I blame the company as a whole. But I was definitely banned, wrongfully banned, without any warnings or violations. And the stories that other creators would tell me, because obviously everyone investigates what happened to him. Since till now, they tell me, yo, this person told me that happened to you. And every story I hear is just inconsistent. So even the staff don't even know the real story, I feel, because they keep telling different stories to different creators. Well, he made fun of special needs people, one person said. I'm like, are you serious? When did I make fun of a special needs person? My comedy isn't like that. I don't need to do that. He had 7 violations and he did another one. Where are these 7 violations? No account warning, no nothing. So they're not, I don't think, no one really knows what really happened. All I know is that door is closed.
But I thought you have an account explaining what happened. Is that not what this video is?
I do have an account saying what they told me. Which is that I made fun of a girl with yellow teeth. But it wasn't like me directly making fun of her. I wasn't making fun of a girl with yellow teeth. I was making fun of yellow teeth. Or not really making fun of, just normal. Like it's a normal video. It's not really something that's hurtful to anybody, It doesn't hurt anybody's feelings. But they said that that's what you did. But I don't think it is, because they don't even know. Again, every story is different.
So you just got an email saying your TikTok account's been deleted?
Not even. Just I opened the account and my TikTok was gone.
Oh, you didn't even get any notice?
Nothing. No one even knew what happened. No one.
So are you still not back?
I mean, they told me to open a new account.
Yeah.
I didn't, because I don't trust the people anymore.
I was on a Basil Laughs TikTok account today.
I did Basil Laughs, where I went there to say, I'm not coming back. Come through to other platforms.
What a comeback.
Got you. So we're done with TikTok. TikTok is over.
I'm done with TikTok from my personal account, but I am collaborating with other people, and I do want my face to still be on there, so they post those videos on their accounts.
Okay, well, let's talk about those collabs.
Okay.
Name the biggest collab that you're proud of so far.
I'm part of two. I'm part of one with a person called Abdo from Zainab and Abdo. They're a couple, but I only did videos with Abdo and Sean, which is my parents are divorced.
Oh, my childhood friend as well.
Yeah, Sean is a whole personality, and he was very easy to work with. I'm telling you about these two people because they were extremely easy to work with. We filmed 5 videos in less than an hour, which is something very hard to do.
Yeah.
Unless you're planned and you're with someone who just gets the gist, you know?
So what's it like working with comedians when you're trying to brainstorm ideas? Do you mean like sometimes it just flows and then other times maybe it's a little bit harder?
It depends on what type of comedy they do, you know, but someone like, for example, Sean or Abdo, we kind of have the same style and the same personalities even off screen. So it's very easy to work with those people and create some like extravagant ideas or like exaggerate some certain ideas. It's good to do it with certain people that understand and do the same thing. But there's other people, for example, that do trends or social experiments, and they're also funny, but you can't really collaborate with those people.
Yeah, you can't relate those two things.
What can you do really?
But do you feel like you're going to do comedy for a longer period of time, or do you think that one day you're just gonna get into something fresh and new? Like, what's in store for you?
I'm really trying to get into the big screen. I just finished my first show about a month and a half ago.
Wow, congratulations.
Which is on Shahid now. I really like the area, the set and the cameras. What I really like is to just show up and act. I don't want to write and film and edit and do the whole thing in my living room anymore, you know?
Yeah.
I want to go out there and do that.
So you want to go into more like TV, acting, reality TV?
Yeah, that's cool with me.
Okay.
But I don't want to stick to comedy forever.
Okay.
I want to expand. I want to do other things, drama, you know, and I like struggly films that you can feel struggle in, and then in the end it's a happy ending. I like those type of films, so I hope one day that I can be.
Have you seen Miracle in Cell Number 7, the Turkish movie?
I haven't seen that one.
You should see that one.
Good
if you like this type of movies. I cried so much. So much, I swear. Watch that movie.
Okay. So you want to go from making people laugh to making people cry?
Yeah.
But you have experience acting, so it's kind of a natural progression for you.
Yes.
Do you think it's going to be hard to break your kind of funny guy to jump into something like that?
No, it's pretty easy for me, especially through acting school when I did it. It's not really hard. It's.
But as from an audience perspective, so we're like, if you're comedy, do you think it's going to be hard to break a director's perspective?
I see. I think the best way to do something like that, because you can't just transition so quickly. You need to go slowly, right? So from a comedy, maybe a drama comedy. You gotta slowly get to where you want to go. You can't just go from comedy to like horror. No one's gonna get scared looking at you after all these comedy videos, you know. So you kind of know. You have to know where you belong as well. You know, like I can't go do Tom Cruise type of movies now. People don't really think I'm an actiony type of. So it's also who you can be and what character can you do, right? You can't do all of them.
So tell us a little bit about the role that you're playing in the new Shahid show.
It's a competition tournament show basically with contestants, and every day someone gets eliminated. And I was partners with one person called Won Ho Chung. I don't know if you know him. He's a Vietnamese Korean that speaks Arabic fluently. It's really, really crazy.
Wow.
Did he come by our office like a week ago?
Wait, was the one who we saw the video of the other day as well?
He came by our office a week ago.
Won Ho Chung, yeah?
Right?
Yeah?
I think so.
Maybe.
Okay, cool. I mean, if he's Asian and he speaks Arabic, it's just him.
Well, that's why I was
He speaks very good Arabic, like fluent, more than me. So yeah, it was just a show like that. So it's not really a role that I'm acting, but I did kind of like harness a certain character, which is like an underdog and very competitive personality. So that's what you see on the show. And then when the camera cuts off, I'm all friendly and nice. And
so a different type of person that we're used to seeing on TV.
Yeah. I'm more like competitive, and I'm showing like a reality personality.
How long was the filming period?
1 month.
Okay.
For me, because for us, me and Won Ho, we were there for 10 episodes out of 13.
Okay.
So we had to get knocked out because it's a Saudi TV show, and you need Saudi finalists. You can't just stay there as some Turkish Syrian and a Korean Vietnamese staying to the finals.
It's not gonna happen.
You mentioned that it would be hard for you to kind of jump between roles, and with that being said, do you take any negativity to the heart? So I mean, like haters. You know what I mean?
It's part of the game. If you don't have, it's very simple formula. If you don't have haters, you're not really doing something. It's as soon as you achieve something or as soon as you're getting somewhere is when you start to get those haters or those jealous people, I would say. But it's also always fuel. It's the same fuel you would use as a good comment, you know? You can't, it's all fuel, it's all engagement, it's all good. So I'd rather have a video with people hating rather than a video with no comments.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? As a person from, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's business, right? Bad press is good press.
So you know sometimes if you're posting something that it may essentially trigger people?
Sometimes, yeah, I know.
Is that ever like your motivation to post that because you're like, I want to trigger that person or like this group of people?
I want to be controversial more than I want to trigger people.
Okay.
You know? I'd like to be more controversial, create some discussions in the comments and things like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you engage in the comments when people get triggered?
Never.
Have you ever posted like a response video to anything?
I don't.
No?
I don't. Zero. And messages as well, I don't.
So for you, you're pretty much a person, you don't let the negativity get to you. You don't really care. You do you and that's it, right?
I mean, what? I don't go tell other people what to do on their accounts.
Yeah.
So like, if you don't like what I'm, just scroll away. That's how easy it is.
Right.
So this is why I find it very easy to let go of it and to not let it get to you because it's so easy for that person to just scroll away and say to himself, I don't like this guy. But if he puts in the effort or she puts in the effort to go all that way, it's like, okay, cool. Now you like what I'm doing. You just don't like that I'm doing it, you know?
Getting yourself up on TikTok and then, or social media, and then going behind a screen, it takes a certain level of confidence and it might look easy to others, but I'm sure it's not as easy as it looks. Can you tell people like what is actually the most challenging part of what you do?
From what I do, from the way I make my content, I think the most challenging part for me is the setup. It's the setting up, the lights, the mics, the making sure you sometimes you record a whole thing and then you realize your mic wasn't connected.
Tell us about it.
Like, you know what I mean? It's just technicalities. Those logistics is what really gives me a hard time. And sometimes before I go filming, sometimes it makes me like, okay, maybe I should just film tomorrow. I don't really want to set up today and these kind of things, you know? But it's good because once I set up, I do 4 or 5 videos and I don't have to set up again for another week. So I try to manage it like that. But that's the toughest part.
And do you edit your own stuff?
Yeah, I do, yeah. I just learned on YouTube how to do this and I'd go and I'd do it, you know.
So you don't have like a cameraman, you don't have like a small little production team and assistant, you're literally doing everything alone.
It's a one-man show, baby.
Oh, loves that.
So for people who want to do what you do you have advice for them?
Yeah, I do. Consistency. If you're gonna go into this and then one day be like, oh, not like in the beginning, you have to be very consistent and be loyal to the algorithm. So if you want to do this, do this. Don't do this and be like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore because it's not working. No, you want to do it, you gotta do it. It's a very simple formula. Stay, keep going. 6, 7 months, maybe 1 year, you're gonna get there. But you gotta keep going. So in the middle there, if you're not consistent, it's...
Did you go straight into this full time after you graduate from university or high school? Or did you first have like a 9-to-5 job that you quit for this? How did it work for you?
Well, I had a 9-to-9 job.
Oh, that's a long time.
Yeah, I was in London. I worked at a restaurant.
Okay.
I worked at this restaurant for 5 years and then TikTok started during my time at the restaurant. And then I slowly just quit.
And now you're doing this completely full-time?
I do this full-time, plus I have some investments that I made around. So, you know, didn't put all my eggs in one basket. And yeah, alhamdulillah, thank you. Thank God for everything.
Great.
That's what we need, those investments on the side, that side hustle.
Yeah.
For our savings. For our
savings, yes. For a retirement plan, we were talking about in the show earlier. Very briefly, so do you, if I was to try to, no, actually what I wanted to ask you was about DMs. So I'm sure you get people that are triggered, but what about the positive ones? And also, is there any type of consistent messaging that you get that you're just a bit kind of bored of? Like people messaging you, maybe they want help. I always think about people who've got a lot of followers. You must get people asking you stuff all the time.
Yeah. There's a lot of things, but you just learn to filter it out. You know, you just learn to like ignore. And I'll go into my DMs hunting for business or anybody reaching out for business. But I don't go to each comment and, you know, I sometimes say thank you. I love your videos. You changed my day or you made my day. I know like these stuffs. I'm not bored of it, but I can't go reply to each one. It's too much time, but I do acknowledge it and I do know what's happening. And sometimes if it's very like emotional message and long and Like, for example, this one lady, she sent me a really long message saying how much she loves me and how much her kids love me and problems that are happening in the house and how I was like a main part of putting smiles. So for me, I would obviously reply to those people and they put some effort into telling me, and I can imagine myself in their position, right? I'd love me to reply to me, so I do. But sometimes there's just like normal messages. It's fine, like, you know. Or sometimes I get someone sending me my own videos, you know, telling me my own videos and like commenting on it. I'm like, yeah, I know, bro. I made that video, you know.
So if you want a response from Basel, what you got to do is send
be sincere.
Heartfelt.
Yes, be sincere, you know, about everything. But yeah, you just learn to manage it.
Speaking of being sincere, we're going to play Hot or Not, and we need some sincerity.
Hot or not?
Hot or not with Basel Laughs.
Okay, so I press the button if it's not, and if it's hot, I just chill?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we check if it works? Because sometimes...
Oh, gosh.
It works.
She's good. She's working.
It works.
Thank you, Amazon. Okay, Hot or Not with Basel Laughs. Do you want to kick it off?
So, Dubai bling.
That's... not is me pressing?
Oh, whoa!
No way.
You've got some Dubai big fans here. Tell us why.
No, some characters I love. Some characters I really enjoyed watching. And some it's just like, come on, man. Come on. Like some parts are so acted and staged, I can't.
Well, I've never watched it, so
it's too cringe for me. For me, I get cringed up by staged scenes. I like the scenes that are like natural. I don't like scenes that are so staged, you know. Some of them were staged, 100%, because I know how it is. So, not.
I've never had someone push it 3 times so sincerely. Okay, let's keep going.
On the show before. I was remember one question. I was like,
Okay, DMing for dates.
No.
Oh,
I'm an old school guy, face to face.
Okay.
Yes.
But what if someone reaches out to you on DMs?
Oh, no. It's not how it works. It doesn't.
Okay, so I have a very big one. TikTok.
Yeah, I need another one.
Expensive.
Or another one from Amazon.
That was like 30 dirham.
Not the same.
You need to get another one if you bring me back on this show.
Okay, fitness couples.
No, yeah, that's good. I like fitness couples.
Fitness couples on Instagram.
It's like I don't know, you know, like do you, boo?
Do you? Whatever works for you.
Whatever they do, yeah. But I like the, what did you say? The demeanor of you know, working out and going with your girlfriend and doing all that. I like that stuff.
Okay,
Cute.
Karens.
Karens.
Like, you know, the typical
Yeah,
Karen.
no, screw Karens. I lived in London. There's a lot of them. They're everywhere. They're literally everywhere, and like they keep popping out.
How so? What do you mean?
I know, in London, it's everywhere you go, there's Karens. Everywhere you go, there's always these Karens that are trying to like basically tell you how to operate your own life or how to operate whatever you're doing. I don't like it, especially in the gyms there in London. There's so many Karens there.
How long did you live in London for?
10 years.
Wow.
A whole decade.
Wow.
Dubai is a hub for creators.
Yes, hot. Hot, 100%. It is.
Okay, the show Real Housewives of Dubai.
Because of Sara Al-Madani, Doctora Sara Al-Madani, I'm not gonna press this.
Aww.
Yeah, I really respect that woman. I really crushing on her.
That was the last one, and we love her. We also are a big fan of Dr. Sarah. Thank you so much for joining us, Basel.
Thank you
It was my
so
pleasure.
much.
Thank you for having me. Really, honestly.
Early in the morning. Here, when is the Shahid show out? When can we watch it?
The show is already out. It's on Shahid.
It's live a month ago.
Yeah, it started a month ago, and it's on Shahid now. I think it's on the 8th episode. So.
And it's called?
Unbreakable in English.
Okay, we'll check it out later together.
In English, it's Unbreakable.
Check it out, and if you want to get in touch with Basel, send him a heartfelt DM. Or how can they find you?
Yeah, just on Instagram. You can find me on Instagram, or Snapchat, or YouTube, or email.
Email?
Or send me a letter.
He is not on TikTok.
With
if
a
that
raven.
wasn't made clear already.
As long as it's not TikTok.
Guys, that is all we have time for. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be back with you tomorrow morning, same time, same place. Bye-bye from me.
Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. I thought you were doing the high five. I didn't know you did this and you stayed. So I was like, I gave you 5 seconds there.